At the moment, we've released both data aggregation and payments, and obviously payments is an extremely huge use case for us in terms of bringing our risk profile down and our costs. Some of the exciting things that we're working on actually with data is I'd like to touch on three things. One is credit. So like credit is a massive product for all financial institutions, right? So one thing that Revolut wants to do is kind of use this customer information to kind of custom make credit or lending products for our users. We've seen users seeing banks with products, and if the user can't use that product, there's nothing else for them to do. But if there was a product which is custom made specifically for you based on the way you spend, that is an incredible use case for us. Another one is just understanding the behavior and the patterns of users, and allowing us to make Revolut more personalized to them. A simple example is rewards. At this point in time, we ask the user to go to a reward section, search for some reward they'd like. But imagine if we look at your behavior and see where you're spending and just surface the rewards that mean the most to you using open banking. I think that's such a powerful and simple thing to do. So these are some of the very exciting use cases that we're working on at this point in time. We need to be better at thinking of the end consumer. And like we've been making this point, and it seems so obvious, but sometimes we forget that all of open banking is for the end consumer. And if the end consumer is, first of all, there's no value for them to use it. If the flow is too difficult for them, the UX is not good, they're not going to use it. And if the end consumer does not use it, open banking is a failure. I was talking to some of the guys at Trulia, and although UK has done quite a good experience when it comes to the app-to-app authentication, as it were, a lot of the European countries still, I mean, we're looking at like Germany and Lithuania, for example, there's literally 3-4 screens that the user has to go through before they can even connect an account. So this almost makes open banking redundant in those countries. And if we're just going to say that, oh, open banking is ready, it's not ready until the user can actually use it and find value in it. So I think UX end to end is, I think, one of the biggest challenges that we should overcome. Open banking it's not something that's going to be fixed overnight. It'll take some time, but I do see, at least from a product perspective, some apps building some fantastic products on top of open banking. Just one that we were talking about is, imagine you just link your bank account, we go through your transactions or whatever, and in Revolut, you can obviously buy crypto, you can buy stocks, you can save money in a pot with the savings interest. Imagine if we could tell you exactly how much you should put in each of them to get to a certain amount of money that you want to spend. And this is how much we think that you'll be able to sustainably save over the next year just by the click of a button and all these transactions. So I feel like we'll have apps build some fantastic services and products from folks who always vary about so many of these financial products. And on the flip side, I also think that it's such an opportunity for the incumbent banks to kind of upgrade their APIs, their legacy. And whenever someone asks you the questions like, what's in it for the big banks? Like innovation. Innovation is probably the most important thing to all of us, right? And such an opportunity for them to innovate and they can build up products like we do now. So yeah, I love to see vision, to think of like big things, and I think I have big hopes for open banking a few years down the line. Bring regulation and product people together, where we can see the UX cohabitate. And obviously for us at Revolut is exactly that, to build a super app which not only allows you to do one or two things with open banking, but gives the user essentially an end-to-end journey for every single thing that they want to do financially.